רוצה לייצר ראש זז כמו תמנון. אתה לא יודע איזה זרוע נותנת לך מכה מאיפה מתי.
הבעיה היחידה זה שביל לכסף. מסתרנו את זה, אנחנו מסתירים גם את רוטשילד.
Switzerland is the capital of evil. That's where evil resides. All the psychopaths are there. All the crazy elite are there. And Davos happens to be the capital of the capital. This is where the control sits. Whoever controls Davos, he's the one who's running your life. They decide over there who's going to live and who's going to die. They decide what's going to happen to the economy. They decide about all of the nonsense you see on the news. Pay attention. In all the wars, Switzerland has never been attacked. Nobody ever conquered it. They're in the middle of all of the wars. Look at World War II. Everybody had something to do with the war. Sweden, Norway, everywhere. Not Switzerland, and it's obvious.
What do you believe their connection is to the state of Israel?
It's about the agenda. They're all evil people.
Do you believe that them hiding behind that veil of Judaism could be their play of divide and conquer to sort of play victim and, have that scapegoat?
Absolutely. They carry Jewish names. They supposedly carry Jewish traditions, but they're not Jewish. They worship Satan.
I tell a lot of people, especially people that are of the Jewish faith, and identify with the state of Israel and the country of Israel. We speak about the Cabal, you speak about the Cabal. Again, secret, evil people doing things behind the scenes for negative purposes. What do you believe their connection is to the state of Israel? And do you believe that the state and the country of Israel was created and formed in 1948 truly to give the Jewish people a home? Or could there be more of a sinister agenda behind that formation?
Agenda, of course, agenda. It's about the agenda.
Can you elaborate about who you think is behind the state of Israel?
מסתרנו את זה, אנחנו מסתירים גם את רוטשילד.
Family.
Yes.
Are they Jewish?
No.
They claim to be Jewish.
I know. They claim a lot of things, but they're not.
Why do you believe that they claim to be Jewish if they're not?
Everybody has their own gimmick. One claims they're Jewish. The other claims he's Christian. But they're all evil people. It doesn't make a difference.
Do you believe that them hiding behind that veil of Judaism could be their play of divide and conquer to sort of play victim and, have that scapegoat?
Absolutely. They carry Jewish names. They supposedly carry Jewish traditions, but they're not Jewish.
Do they practice any religion?
I would not call it religion. They worship Satan. Would you call it a religion? If so, yes.
So they're like Satanists, you're saying?
They're more than that. I don't think it's describable. You can't even describe it. It's crazy stuff. So let's not waste our time and move on. They're here. They're evil. They control a lot. I believe they are the richest family on earth.
Family.
Yes, you have billionaires, and then you have trillionaires, and then you have the top of the trillionaires. Top of the top.
And you're saying that they're the top of the top?
Yes.
What's your stance on that, and what do you know regarding the people that are truly in power of this world? Are they Jewish? Is there something bigger here? What can you share on that topic?
It's ridiculous, but let me try to answer it. Are claiming to be Jewish, so let's assume they are Jews, okay? What about the Rockefellers? What about the Morgans? What about the Gates of this world? What about the Cheneys of this world? There's a lot of corrupt, sick, evil people here. Some of them happen to be Jews. Yes. So, it's pure anti-Semitism.
Speaking about those elite in control, you've mentioned that Switzerland is a main hub. What can you share about Switzerland and what's truly going on there? What's the significance of Switzerland?
Switzerland is the capital of evil. That's where evil resides. All the psychopaths are there. All the crazy elite are there. And Davos happens to be the capital of the capital. That's it. And it's obvious. They decide over there who's going to live and who's going to die. They decide what's going to happen to the economy. They decide about all of the nonsense you see on the news.
הבעיה היחידה זה שביל לכסף. מסתרנו את זה, אנחנו מסתירים גם את רוטשילד.
ואם אתם רוצים לדעת מי הבן אדם הכי חזק בעולם, גם יותר מכל אלה, The Rothschilds come from the Orsini family. Roth means red in German, and the Orsini means red bear, little red bears. That's what Orsini means. The Grey Pope is Pepe Orsini. He trumps the black, he trumps the white Pope.
The Grey Pope is even
Pope.
higher than the black and the white Pope.
The Orsini is the Maxima family. They are the maximum family. They are on top. And somehow they've trumped the Colonna and the Farnese, which I know without any doubt through all my studies that they are the three most powerful Illuminati families.
What about Rothschild and Rockefeller?
Well, they are Orsini. They just changed their name. Rockefeller were Rothschilds. Rothschilds were Orsini. Orsini were a family which have their lines in Babylon and Egypt. They tell you that. You read their biographies. They'll tell you that. We go back to Nimrod. They tell you that. The Rothschilds say that. We go back to Nimrod. How? Through the Orsini. So Rockefeller, Rothschild, Orsini, and then you go back to the Persian and Egyptian dynasties.